Today on the channel, we got a Wookiee, we got a hairy bipedal creature in Black Krrsantan, Black Series, Book of Boba Fett.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Star Wars Black Series unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we've got something extra special. We got from the Book of Boba Fett, we got the Deluxe Wookiee, we got Black Krrsantan. But for all your Black Krrsantan needs and a whole lot more, make sure you're hitting up Entertainment Earth. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10% on all in-stock items. Anything over $79, it does ship free. Got to get a deal out there. And of course, you know me, I love a hairy bipedal creature. And that's what we get here with Black Krrsantan. Black Krrsantan. I don't know. He's very hard to pronounce his name. Why does he got to have such a difficult name? Why can't he be Larry the Wookiee or something like that? But we'll go with it. Black Krrsantan. We'll roll with that. And we'll also roll with this review like we roll with all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. We'll do some comparisons here later on in the video as well. But there he is, old Black Krrsantan, man. Big, bad, nationwide, like a young ZZ Top. I am here for a big Wookiee. Definitely cool, definitely striking. And for most people, Book of Boba Fett is where we first, he stole our hearts, we'll say. But he was in the comic books. We did get a comic book edition of him. We'll compare it to that later on in this video. But I wanted a big bruiser of a Wookiee, and the day has finally come. So I'm very excited to get this one in hand here. Of course, you got the Book of Boba Fett striping there, a little green color there, a little glamour shot. Plastic-free packaging is what it is at this point. Glamour shot on the side, a little artwork on the side. Of course, we love those murals, as we do know, looking good there. Then on the back, look at that. There he is, another glamour shot, a bunch of jibber-jabber at the bottom. Then we got a little bit of a blurb. Let's see what it says about Black Krrsantan. A former gladiator turned deadly bounty hunter, Krrsantan is towering black-furred Wookiee who made a name for himself in the criminal underworld with his intimidating presence and raw strength. And I am very hopeful we haven't seen the last of him in the Star Wars universes. Man, one of my favorite characters of the last few years. There's no doubt about it. Very excited to get him in plastic form here today. And we're going to give the old off to the side. John Stockton pass to Carl Malone. See you later. And a little Spider-Man here. Bam. See you later. Goodbye. And then we got everything, of course, as per the course here from Star Wars, wrapped up in the cardboard prison. There it is right there. I'm guessing these are the weapons. And then we'll see. Can we get him out? Can we get him out of this thing? He's locked in tight. Let's see. There we go right there. Now we get him out the feet. There it is. We're getting there. Oh, there it is. Old Black Krrsantan getting out of here. Skyhook like a young Jabbar in his AFib and stuff like that. There you go. Now let's get this plastic prison going. What's going on here? What is going on here? We got cardboard inside the plastic prison. It's like the box in a box game is what it feels like. Got a little of this going there. Bam! See you later. Goodbye. And then we get some wrapped up weapons. We've seen this in Star Wars. We've seen this in the G.I. Joe Classified as well. And I guess we see it with the Black Series. There it is. See you later. Goodbye. And oh man, big old heavy duty blaster rifle. I think this is first time in the line right here. Love this. Love the blue color at the end, the silver, the two sight finder scopes up there up top. Of course, you got the handle. You got a little red coloring in here, a little blue. Definitely very cool. Definitely a heavy-duty weapon for a big bruiser here. And now we're going to finally see what the fuss is all about right here. And there's been fuss. We've all been wanting this guy. We're going to unwrap him. Bam, there it is. Got some of this stuffing paper. You can put this in your presents for your birthday. Oh, what did I get? You get some of that going on right there. Bam! See you later off the screen. And now the time has come. The time has come to check out old Black Krrsantan. Oh, baby. He's a big Wookiee. I'm here for this. Did we finally get a new Wookiee body mold? It's about time. We need bigger Wookiees going on. And the first thing you notice is the striking black color. In our minds, when we see Wookiees, we think of the brown fur of Chewbacca. This is so striking, so different. It almost feels like the yin and yang, the good and the bad. And of course, Chewbacca and Black Krrsantan, they squared off in the comic books. I remember when I first heard he was in the comic books, that was the first thing. It's like, well, do you square off with Chewbacca? And lo and behold, they did have a fight. I believe, if I remember right, Chewbacca even won. I don't know about that, but Chewbacca, a tough fighter as well, and a guy with a heart of gold, as we do know. Shout out to Peter Mayhew. There you go, Peter Mayhew. But definitely looking good in the black color here, and then you got the gray in the fur. So definitely some color in here, makes it feel a little bit different. If it was all black, it would feel very dark, obviously, but the little grayish white color in really adds to this thing. It really, really does at the end of the day. I really like what I see here. First thing I noticed, too, is the big apparatus there on the vest. He's got all kinds of stuff, spikes on the shoulders. Got the vest through the middle, and it looks like he might even have a spot. There's a little plug on the gun, and look at that. He's got a spot in his backpack. You could store that weapon on him. I absolutely love that. Love to be able to store everything on the figure. I think that is very, very cool. I really like this one. I really like this one out of the package here. So you got the gold ornaments on him. He's got a gold belt going on. I think this is the Wookiee heavyweight title. He must have picked that up somewhere along the way. I don't know. Maybe Chewbacca will come back and challenge him for it. I think he beat that White Christmas Wookiee last year for that belt. I could be mistaken. Somebody feel free to fact check that if they want to. He's got a little pouch on the side for pouch things. I don't know what he's storing in there. And then, of course, a lot of people don't know about Black Krrsantan, but he is a bit of a hippie out there. He used to follow fish around. Yes, fish. Not for me, of course, but he followed fish around, and he grew these dreadlocks along the way. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dreadlocks kind of going off, kind of braids going through on him. A little bit ornate, giving him a little more of a look to him here. Of course, the gold color in there, looking really nice. I do love that he's got a little knuckle duster actions going on. He's going to throw some fists. He's going to throw even more power against it. Probably bash somebody's head in with these fists here. But we do get 2 gripping hands. No fists of fury on Black Krrsantan, unfortunately. Besides that, definitely feels like a Wookiee, looks like a Wookiee. Got the hands going there, got the feet, got a little brown on the toes there. Definitely looking good. I'm definitely here for this. Of course, articulation. Arms go around, but you are limited by the shoulder harness. You can kind of work your way around. But typical Black Series articulation there. A little bit of butterfly there. Just a hair. Not a ton, but a little bit there. And then you get the side-to-side, single-jointed elbows, hands back, forth, side-to-side. Get the hula hoop at the top. Got to have that. Head, really limited on the head department here by the shoulders, and then of just not a lot of room with all that hair. He does got waist articulation. You can do the big old Black Krrsantan splits if you need to. Might even make Spider-Man jealous. Who knows? We got that going on. For a second, I thought he had drop-down hips, but he does not. Single-jointed knees. You do get the back and forth, side-to-side at the knees. Ankles back, forth, side-to-side, up and down. I forgot he does got a little bit of hair here. Did he scalp another Wookiee or something? But he's got that hanging off his belt as well. I'm curious, does he fit on a ringside collectible stand? Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. Make sure you get the Mattel stands. What do you know? Fits perfectly right there on an old stand. Looking good. Old Black Krrsantan. Feels like we've been waiting for this one for well over a year now. Really would have loved to have him during the height of the Book of Boba Fett. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case. Would have loved to have a Rancor HasLab around that time as well. Wasn't the case once again, but at least we got this here. I guess the Rancor, you're on the clock. Probably never going to happen, but I absolutely do love this Black Krrsantan. But let's compare him to the cartoon, or I should say the comic edition here. Much taller, as you can see, but not as chunky, but kind of strange. I kind of wish Black Krrsantan had the height of this Wookiee as well. So it makes him feel a little bit small, I guess, if you're trying to compare him to some other Wookiees. But you can see that comparison there. Similar but different. Definitely not the same, though, at the end. And then, of course, Chewbacca. I've got a few Chewbaccas in the collection. Thought I'd grab this one out of there as well. And look at that. Chewbacca just towering over him once again. So definitely feels a little interesting. I really feel Black Krrsantan should be taller. I wish he was taller to match these up. Obviously, I'm not very familiar with the heights of these Wookiees. Haven't got the tape measure out to check him out, but he is definitely a lot smaller than these two, which I anticipated would be a little closer in height at least, but he is a lot bigger than them as far as body size goes, so at least we do have that for him. And then, of course, the greatest hairy bipedal creature possibly of all time. Of course, the leader of the Ewoks. You'll never change my mind. Old Wicket right there. So all the hairy bipedal creatures joining as a team. You can see him against Wicket. You can see him against the other Wookiees in his clan, in his team, whatever you want to say, in his universe, whatever. Wookiees for days. That's what we're going to say right here. But man, oh man, Black Krrsantan, really, really cool. I've been really dabbling on the Black Series, playing a lot of long games lately. We haven't seen a lot of unboxings on the channel, but man, oh man, this is one I had to jump in as a day one guy on. I needed this. Wookiee, hairy bipedal creature, Black Krrsantan, playing all the hits here for me today. Happy to have him. Just wish he was even a little bit bigger than he is, but it is what it is. We'll see what happens in the future. But what's your thoughts on old Black Krrsantan? You all in? You all out? You playing the long game? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to both YouTube channels. As you guys know, we got 2 channels now. Content every day on both of them. Like a young James Brown, the hardest working man in YouTube right here. You'll see it every single day. So subscribe to both of those channels. Of course, don't forget about the Patreon. Early access to all the videos from both channels over there on Patreon. All kinds of stuff over there. And then, of course, Patreon, best way to support the channel. Pro Wrestling Tees, another place to support the channel if you dare. And then don't forget about social media. SirPaul64 on the X. _Kyle_Peterson on Threads and on Instagram. So for Wookiees everywhere, especially Black Krrsantan, I am Kyle. See you guys all real soon.